Fire in the hole.
All right.
Aloha. ¿Cómo estás?
You got Chris wearing a jacket.
I'm wearing a nice old leather jacket today.
Evan's wearing no jersey, some sort of T-shirt.
Yeah, it was a busy day. I didn't have time to grab a jersey.
Too busy for a jersey.
Oh, sadly.
I got tons of jerseys upstairs. But I gotta wear this
they're
jacket
all stinky,
today.
though.
I gotta wear this jacket today.
I'm stinky today. I don't want to get his new jersey stinky.
I'm an old man with a little wine glass, and that's the way it's gonna be today.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Bringing a character to the pod.
Why not? Spice it up, you know?
It's a leather jacket, Chris, today.
I think it's going to give a new dimension to the pod, a different dimension. I'm calling it now, guys. This might be a Chris episode. I'm just saying.
Oh, definitely.
Chris, who's Chris?
That's right. Who are you, Tony?
It's Jacket Man.
What do you mean it's Jack?
I'm Jack. Yeah, that's right.
okay.
Yeah. Sorry. I didn't mean to say my whole name.
Yeah. No, I shortened it for you, obviously.
Yeah, Jack here. What's up?
Hey, Jack, let's crack this wine.
Yeah, we can pour the wine or what?
Open that up.
Welcome to the Portugal Corner, the podcast where we talk about all things Portuguese soccer, the good, the bad, and the funny. It's episode 143. I am Evan.
Patrick.
That's Justin.
Oh, yeah, Justin?
And I'm Jack.
Oh, welcome.
Full name, Jacket Man.
Yes. First name Jack, last name Ekid Man.
Oh, what's happening, guys?
Just try and go up in the wine. See, there's a new trend in wine where it's gonna be like
It's dipped in wax?
it's dipped. The top is wax and it's not paper. It's saving on paper. It's saving on plastic.
But you're not saving on wax.
It's saving on wax. I mean, I bet when it comes down at the nuts and bolts of it all,
You
is
think
this-
wax is better than paper?
I think it's all the same. It's gonna be all the same waste. I mean, what does it take to make the wax, right? Like,
Right, yeah. And now it's like I gotta peel a Baby Bell cheese every time I want to drink wine.
kind of. I think
It's rewarding. It feels really nice.
I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, it's probably more environmentally friendly than some of the paper.
Yeah,
No?
it's got to be.
Wax
right?
just melts.
Yeah. We're at a crazy bar the other day. They had candles up to the roof with just wax of just candles on candles on candles.
What bar is that?
Ronnie's.
Oh, they do that there?
Yeah, do that there.
That's craisins.
They do that at Ted's too. I haven't been to Ted's in a while, but I remember they do that there.
No, Ted switched.
They stopped?
Ted went electric.
Yeah.
But he kept the candle holders full of wax.
Yes.
And he just put a little electric one in there.
Yeah, because clearly people were getting a little too rowdy, had a little bit too many Happy Meals or whatever they call them, the Jameson PBR combos. And, they tip it over, they lean on it or something.
Yeah.
And you start a fire.
It's a hazard. It's a hazard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, anything else? Got a story you want to start this fresh pod off with or just get into the footy?
I think we can start the fresh pod.
Fresh bad.
Fresh pod. Let's go. Champions League. Bernardo Silva graces us with a beautiful free kick in the second minute in their clash against Real Madrid. Dramatic first round ends 3-3. All the goals are good. There's no bad goals in this game.
Oh, it was a beautiful
I
thing.
disagree. There's a couple.
What was bad?
I don't know if it was Vinny or Rodrigo. The second goal just kind of clunked in.
Okay, one clunker.
There's a little clunker.
But it was a nice breakaway. Yeah, it clunked in. But then he sued after.
Oh, no, he ripped that one. That was a
It was,
nice
I
goal.
remember it being real nice, too.
We're watching the same game here. It was a nice run. It was a nice celebration. The goal wasn't nice. He was lucky.
I mean, yeah, the goalie got a piece of it, but...
This jacket, man. I don't know.
I don't agree.
I don't know about that one, Jack.
Hey, Jack has higher standards, all right?
Jacket man.
I've been around. I've seen it all.
Bad takes from Jacket Man.
Let's keep it going. Bernardo Silva's goal was a thing of beauty. He didn't even... I think he just caught the goalie completely off guard. He didn't even put it in the side. It was kind of just on the other side than the goalie was expecting, but still enough pace on it. The goalie let it go over his hands as well. Great goal. Love it.
Down in the corner.
It was a trick shot.
Beautiful goal. High football IQ to take down that shot.
Yeah.
And then you got to execute it. You can take the shot, but you got to shoot it in the net.
That's true.
3-3. Bernabeu. Come back to the Etihad. What do we think? What do we think is going to happen on, I think Wednesday they play?
I think City has enough to do the job at home.
Yeah.
I think Real Madrid's going to be tough for them to beat them. If Real Madrid had been up a goal, I'd say okay. But
yeah. Real Madrid are just so good. It's like every year you're just like, they're not. Who's going to knock them out?
I have so much hatred for both these teams that I'm actually excited to watch the game. I am.
I say another 3-3.
3-3 to extra time.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd
Extra
be
time.
juicy.
they're both
Real
like,
Madrid wins it. This is their tournament.
they're both like foot teams. You know what I mean? Like I know why you hate them because they're just like
Well, City's
all
super teams?
City's got
Super
our
teams.
Well, as a Liverpool fan, City's got our number in the Premier League, and then Madrid's got our number in the Champions League. So it's personal.
Yeah, I think Madrid's lacking, which I think they're gonna get with Mbappe next year, is like superstar striker.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know. I don't even think they are lacking, man. They're such a complete mega team. Yeah, they do need like a
Full
front
goal.
and center forward man.
like what happened when Holland got to City.
Yeah.
Where they were just like, whoa, what is this team? This
Yeah.
is crazy, right?
Now we got it.
And then they won the treble, and then they got the treble, right?
Yeah.
So, I think, I think if they get that focal point, and then, I mean, Bellingham's gonna probably have a great game in England. It's up to Ruben Diaz and those guys. He had made some nice tackles, but still 3 goals put on your defense.
Got to shut them
He had an
down.
own goal, right?
Yeah,
Not good.
Yeah.
So is Jacket Man also a Liverpool fan?
Jacket Man happens to be a Liverpool fan, yeah.
I thought maybe he'd be like Olympiacos fan.
All my Jacket Man also likes Olympiacos. But all my Olympiacos jerseys are dirty right now. I went way too crazy out on the Danforth, and there's a little bit too much tzatziki sauce on them right now.
All right,
So
all right.
it's in the wash.
That's a thing that happens to a lot of Olympiacos jerseys.
Yeah.
So what did you think about Olympiacos beating Fenerbahce 3-2?
They're my guys. They kick ass, man.
It was the Greeks versus the Turks.
Yeah,
A lot of
I'm
history
not,
there.
we're not gonna go down that road.
Good. How'd you feel about Chiquinho scoring?
Love them.
Portuguese, yeah.
The old Benfica boy still on the charts there.
yeah. It's surprising that that's the Benfica guy that stays in the lineup. I mean, what about Podence? What about
yeah.
the other guy?
I
All
wanna
the
see
Portuguese
Podence.
guys brought in there.
Also, I don't think we ever talked about this on the pod, but David Carmo just started playing for Angola.
Oh,
Yeah.
And in his first game, he scored an own goal.
damn.
This guy is falling off so hard.
An Angola for Angola.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's trying to take a different path now. He's like, okay, maybe something will happen in Angola.
But, like, how is it so fast? I thought he would have held out a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think they're, like, ready to sign him for, like, 17 or 15 million from Porto. And I'm like, wow, that all just fucking turned over real quick.
Well, he's got to get as far away from Sergio as possible.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't like that guy at all.
Before you know it, he'll be in Turkey and then Saudi and then probably China and then maybe Korea. Possibly Japan. And
Maybe.
And Sergio will never find him.
That's kind of like the old school. He's going super, super old school. What a Portuguese man would do. He's like the explorer, you know. You start in Angola, go around the Cape, and you make your way east, end up in Shogun. It's great.
Shogun times. All right, back to Champions League. Arsenal beat Bayern 2-2. Really nice goal from Saka. He crosses out Eric Dyer. No surprise there. Kane scores from the penalty spot. And then, 2-2 game there.
Yeah, Bayern went with Dyer in England. They thought maybe that would be good.
No, never
Don't
good.
think so, no.
Beautiful PK from Kane.
It was.
Yeah, he really tricked Raya on that
Very tasteful.
stutter.
I'd say the story about this game is like Arsenal, Bayern always confronting each other in Champions League. Usually Arsenal getting the worst end of it when they go to
Yes.
Germany. It's usually a beatdown from what I remember. I remember AFTV. Do you remember those guys? Yeah, everyone ever watched that program, AFTV? It's Arsenal Fan TV, and it's a bunch of
Yes, I've
British
seen it.
lads. And it really made Arsenal fans get really ragged on. But it was one of the first fan TVs. And I remember them always after the Bayern games would be like, he's got to go. That's where like Wenger out and everything sort of started. Anyways.
well, yeah.
Well,
They always said that, yeah.
but I think this was the game where you're like, now we're above Bayern. Bayern's losing. We're better. This should have been the revenge game, and it's still you're leaving 2-2 and have to go to Germany. I think it's ideal. They should, if they could have won this game, would have
Yeah.
been much nicer. But obviously they couldn't.
This is the Bayern team to beat. They're struggling.
They're shit. They've already
Arsenal's
lost the
playing
league.
well. Yeah.
League is done.
It is done.
And some people are saying Arsenal already lost the league. I don't think so.
No.
It's wild. Race is wild. Elsewhere in the Champions League, Vitinha helps PSG take the lead against Barca, but the Blaugrana would come back and win 3-2. Dembele, Vitinha, Rafinha with 2, and then Christensen. And Dembele did not give a fuck. He just went out and celebrated. He said, "Fuck you, Barca."
Yeah, was he care? He didn't have a great time there.
Nah, but he was there for so long.
Oh, true. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, that against his old team there. It was a good goal. That one was smashed.
Beautiful.
Vitinha and Bernardo scoring the same day. It was great. Or no, not the same day. Same round. No.
João Felix came in as a sub. We saw he did a couple things. Christensen came in as a sub, made a huge difference, scored that goal. And Vitinha looked great all game. I'm saying, what were we saying, Chris? He's first off the bench on that midfield.
Yeah. Portugal's going to need him for sure.
I think he might start.
He looks silky smooth.
I think in a not as important game, he might start. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he started in that, remember the second game? And we didn't play anything special on that second game in the last international break, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, it was big bad Slovenia.
Yeah.
that's true.
They're a very tough team.
And the
A lot of different
combination,
players
the combination they gave him was not very helpful either, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
they gave him the Saudi setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not a fan.
Ruben Neves.
Yeah.
Never going to see him again. hopefully.
Fabio.
Ruben Neves, Otavio, Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah.
I think I might be done with Neves on Portugal.
Yeah, for sure.
There's way too much selection.
Mm-hmm.
But with João and Barcelona. Oh, you know who else looked good in this game? Nuno Mendes. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. He got his foot stepped on early in the game.
He did?
But that didn't bother him at all.
No.
He did very well. There's one play he went through two guys, one through one of his legs. It was awesome.
And then he cleared one off the line.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And-
With his right foot.
And you can tell
The one that
someone-
wasn't stepped on.
You can tell someone just watched the 10-minute highlight, which is all of us. But I think tomorrow I will watch this entire game. I think I'm going to make a point of this because this one's set up pretty nicely.
It's going to be a good one.
That's going to be a good one. And, obviously there's one more game, Atletico Dortmund. Who cares? No one gives a shit about this at all. But the other three high-scoring games, when do you see all the quarterfinals with, almost 4 goals a game?
Yeah, half of them
Yeah.
are duds.
4 or 5
Yeah.
goals.
Wild.
And I think, I was hating on that away goals rule, taking it out of the game. But I think you take it out and that's what you get. It's kind of cool. It's actually working when you get to this round.
It forces you to be aggressive.
And it's and it forces not the other team to stay back.
Yeah.
It's what's the point? You know what I mean? It's they get a goal, we can get a goal too, rather than oh shit, they got a goal in our stadium. We got
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I saw a conversation online that was like, man, Nuno Mendes, João Cancelo, both playing in that game, undisputed choices for Portugal, left and right back.
Oh, yeah.
I think Nuno Mendes undisputed if he's healthy. Cancelo disputed because sometimes he doesn't play defense. He's not.
Well, who do you want? Semedo?
I think Dalot's looking good.
No, that was shit now on United.
He was just had good form last month.
He's a sturdy boy. Smedo actually has been fucking
Semedo
solid.
looked great in that first game.
I'd
Semedo's
still,
going for sure, yeah.
still start Cancelo over Semedo, but maybe Dalot. I don't know. I don't watch them train. We'll see what Roberto comes up with.
Yep.
Old Robbie.
Rabbi. Atletico Dortmund 2-1. Nothing else there. Liverpool gets rocked by Atalanta. Jackie, man, what do you think?
Ooh, sad
How'd
day.
you feel about this one, Jack?
I had to watch this one at work. I turned the sound on. I had people come in to watch it with me. Disappointing. I mean, yeah, there's a chance we can come back, but that was at home, I think, too.
Out Chihuahua.
Yeah, Al Chihuahua is right.
All right. Well, they
Jota is back. He came
saw.
back in that one.
didn't do
What'd he
too
do?
much.
Nothing?
He was I want to say 3 inches off from getting a penalty right away.
Oh.
But he drove the ball up the field, got taken down right outside the box.
He's driving.
But it was sadly one of their only. No, they had a million chances, but classic tale. Who wants to hear this shit anymore?
Yeah.
I
Taylor's
had
all
a
his
million
time.
chances, and
Yeah.
I fucked them all.
Yeah.
Isn't that a Bon Jovi lyric?
All right. The Lions then. Trincao hits a double for Sporting as they put Gil Vicente in their place in a 4-0 win. Diamande would then score a nice header Gyökeres makes a goal happen, but it go down as an own goal.
Cheesehead.
Packers fan. He likes green. It's been 4 games since Thick Vic has been on the scoreboard.
He's in the mix, though. He's making shit happen.
Oh, he's not useless, but where are my real fever points?
Yes.
Where
We would
are
like
the
those.
points? Yeah, Sporting have now scored 127 goals, their highest in over 60 years. This is something I was talking about with my buddy at work. Is this the most complete squad we've seen in the Portuguese league since Vitor Pereira's Porto in the 2011-2012 era?
Oh, come on, man. What the fuck is that? The
Hell, what about all the great Benfica teams
Yeah, what about
that
Benfica
lost in the Europa League
2014?
final?
Yeah.
Were they that good? Were they that solid?
I don't know.
Who were their defenders?
Garay.
Garay.
Don't say Garai's name like that. That guy, I think he's on the poster. He's on the big board outside the
No, I
stadium.
mean, I like him. He's
That guy
good.
made the wall.
I think Garai might be on the wall.
Oh my
Yeah, I
God.
wouldn't be surprised.
He's not a legend.
Legend.
Louisel.
Luisao. Legend.
Luisão's
Two
legend.
Sounds great,
legends.
yeah.
But that was on tail end of his career too.
But this 11-12 Porto team was invincible.
Yeah.
That was a pretty scary team.
Stretchy pants helped them.
Helton, the best. I miss Helton.
But yeah, this Sporting team is amazing. Can they win out? I think this Famalicão game that will be played tomorrow, I think that'll seal a deal. Or if they lose it, that gives Benfica a chance because Sporting will still have to play Guimarães and Porto in the last 5 games.
That's right. That's right.
And Benfica would have to win every game.
This week, everything could change.
Yeah, a lot can change.
Forget it that they just mopped the floor with us 2 games in a row, okay? Don't worry about that. Well, what's coming up now is the difference, okay? Famalicão and then Vitória Guimarães. This is a crucial week, a more crucial week for Sporting. It's not a more crucial week. Obviously, last week
It
was
is a big
crucial.
deal.
They already passed the biggest test.
So what-
And they're already on their way to the title.
Every game is a big test.
Yeah.
Every game.
There you go. We'll see if Jubis has got it. I don't know.
Jubis.
Yeah.
The mascot?
Yeah, let's see if he got
If
he's
he
got
has
the-
it in him.
If he's got the cojones.
Yeah.
Can he handle it?
Hopefully, Yonder Cadiz, he scores some goals against Sporting.
And hey, these guys are coming off some big points.
You expect everybody to show up, and that Jubas included. That's why he's standing in the team photo.
That's true. He
right
does
there.
stand in the team photos.
He's part of the team. He's got to bring the spirit.
He's the 12th man.
Yeah, where would they be without his spirit? Yeah, his cheering them on.
His guidance, his roar,
Yeah.
his enthusiasm. Does he break dance?
I don't know if he can move that well in that costume.
Who's to say?
And we got Trincao 2 in the game against Gil.
And
He
I gotta
played amazing.
say, I gotta correct myself. Sporting did not mop the floor with
Wop
us.
the floor.
I did that for comedic effect. Okay, the margin of victory was so small. They're lucky to have gone away with both those games.
So yeah, Sporting play Famalicão on Tuesday.
Yeah. And that evens up the games. They don't have a game in hand anymore.
Yes. Famalicão.
But if they win it, they'll be 7 points ahead, which is like with 5 games left. How you gonna do that? But 4 points is doable, I think.
4 points with two big
Two
tests
big-
to
yeah.
come.
Never know.
That's the thing.
You gotta believe.
You gotta believe in Famalicão. You gotta put all your hope in Famalicão because sometimes Famalicão can do something unpredictable, like
Against a shit team like Porto.
Oh, ouch.
Oh.
Porto capitulate against the fierce Famalicão. Jonder shows Cadiz nuts at the Dragão. Game ends 2-2. Jonder's first half brace could not be overturned. Taremi back on the score sheets. Still flipping and flopping out there. Evan Nielsen gets a late red card. And yeah, a lot of drama. Evan Nielsen and Taremi were actually connecting on some very interesting chances that they did not finish, but
what
yeah.
makes the chances interesting.
Yeah, there's that one where there's a bunch of headers in the box. There's
Oh,
one
yes.
that got laid off with a really nice volley. Evan Nielsen didn't hit the net, but it looked.
Couple give and go situations.
But overall, they look like crap. I think the team management is terrible. Who we're playing and spending, who we're giving game minutes to makes no sense. Why isn't Jaime out there longer?
Yeah.
I like this kid. They were playing his old team. Maybe be hungry. But yeah, after the game, Sergio claims they want to put the northern region out of sporting success in Portugal.
Yeah.
And who's they?
You know
the Federation.
The powers that be,
Everyone.
the Federation. They want it to be centralized in Lisbon.
King's Landing, that's who. Down south.
Meanwhile,
We're the north.
Yeah, they should have that branding, just like the Toronto Raptors.
But the Night King is in King's Landing in Lisbon.
Oh,
Well, we're trying to bring Nino's thing into
don't
this.
get
Yeah.
CD Barrow started on that. He does not enjoy the Night King and the Game of Thrones references. Okay.
Oh, really?
Ooh, we got some drama.
Our boy says he's had it with Nino and those references. I think they're funny.
I think they're hilarious.
I love it.
I said, look, Nino, let the man cook, and he's got a wild stew, and
Yeah.
you're just tasting it, and you're enjoying all the flavors. And
You know
you're
what
like,
he's-
wow.
Wherever his brain goes, just let him go.
You know what he's finally starting to do? He's recording himself and sharing it on Twitter, the goal reactions. And I
so
fucking
good.
love it.
Those are good, yeah.
Yeah, someone in England, I think, wanted to show how deluded Sergio Conceição was, so they made a video about his latest presser and how in the Champions League he always gets into a fight with the opposing manager, Klopp, Pep, and all
Those
these kinds
guys
of
are
crazy
asking for
things.
it.
Oh yeah, victim
They
blame.
start
them.
the fight.
Sure. Oh, I knowing Sergio Conceição, they must have started.
They
it.
must have.
They said something about his dead grandmother.
Yeah. Puta de que pareo, probably. But either way, they said that it makes no sense because Braga's going to pass them and Guimarães is going to pass them, and they're both further north than Porto. But that's not what he means. He means like between Lisbon and Porto, and no other club in Porto or in that region, just FC Porto.
Yeah, he doesn't care about those guys.
No, that's nothing to him. It's FC Porto and Lisbon, and that's what he means. And I don't know. That's something you say when you're third place, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, man, when you're a sore loser making excuses.
Yeah, and you
And
can't
never take the blame, just always deflecting to other things.
Yeah,
He just starts,
Everyone's mean to me.
he just starts conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
You gotta admit though, it's fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
it's
it's
been
beautiful.
entertaining. He goes crazy.
Yeah.
me, I can't be the problem. It's all you fuckers. You guys are
You
the
got the
problem.
politicians in your pockets. You're
Yeah.
paying everyone off.
This guy's much like my dad. Has never looked
I was gonna-
inward once in his
I
life.
was gonna say it's a classic Portuguese dad trait,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm not the problem.
No.
You're the problem.
And I'm glad his son's learning well.
Oh, fuck. He's looking fantastic, though. The first goal, it was an own goal, but he dribbled into the box, looked fucking great.
His dad was a phenomenal player too.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed watching him play.
Yeah, well, we got to bring him to the Euros. Maybe he'll score 3 on Germany.
Yeah.
Let's do
Good
it, baby.
Has Yonder Cadiz ever done anything yet and we not say Cadiz nuts?
Yeah, I think last week we probably brought him
We
up.
bring it in and bring it out.
I think we must say it. I think it must be said every time. It's kind of like a 69 nice situation, you know?
Yeah.
Do you think Sergio's lost the dressing room?
Yeah. I think the dressing room needs an overhaul. I think we need to clean house. Sergio.
New paint.
Yeah, maybe some new paint.
New
You
coat
know.
of paint. You know what? You
New
said
dry-
get
they
new
gotta
kits
dry-
for next year.
Yeah. They got to drywall all the holes in the wall from punching it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's hope left in Sergio, but the top down needs to change. And if it does, who knows if he'll get along with AVB or if someone else takes over. But
That cooler that Eustachio was sitting on just got the wheels broken off of it. Just
Yeah.
fucking, the handle's all fucked. They're just smashing the shit out of that thing.
tough times. All right. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Just a reminder, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, subscribe wherever you get your pods, back on YouTube. So check us out there. Leave a rating or review. Leave a nice heartfelt message there. And tell people about the show. Share us on socials. Appreciate that. We're also on Palma Radio, Palma Talk, Portuguese online media station. Play Portuguese podcast, Portuguese music. I think they're doing a magazine now, so yeah, check out Palma. They got good stuff.
You can get the magazine sent to your house.
No, I think it's like an
Digital.
online digital.
Online magazine.
They do little Portuguese articles and stuff. You want to check out what's happening in the world Portuguese things?
What if your grandma wants to watch it? Can you print it for her?
Yeah, I'm sure you can print it.
If your grandma wants to watch a magazine, yeah, I'll print it out for her.
Wow.
Yeah. I can't hand her a computer. She's not gonna read that.
And then join us on Patreon, exclusive content there. We do our after show, talking Portugal in the corner. Less soccer talk, a little more nonsense talk. But yeah, if you want to sign up for Patreon, helps us help pay us back for doing the show. Little thank you.
If you want to hear what 3 waiters and a porter at a hospital, how their week's been,
Yeah.
Tune into that.
And Jackie Man, don't forget Jackie
Oh,
Man.
what does he do? What's his job?
Hey, we're saving it for the Patreon.
Yeah.
He's got a whole backstory.
Yeah.
If you want to hear more about Jacket Man, I suggest
I
you.
think we need more Jackie Man on this show. Where's Jackie Man? Before we fired up these mics, he was fucking going at it.
Jackie Man, he wouldn't have a cigarette. He's back now.
Okay.
He had a chain smoke like 6, and now he's back.
You like Benfica, Jackie Man?
Are they playing tomorrow?
No.
No.
Tomorrow. Why tomorrow?
I just need an excuse to go to the bar, man. I like whoever's playing, so I can go to the bar.
That's my favorite too.
I never met a guy like that. That's funny.
All right, Benfica. The Birds honor Sven-Göran Eriksson before their Europa League clash with Marseille. It ends 2-1 thanks to goals from Rafa and Di Maria. Aubameyang would score for the French. I love this jersey clash. This looks fantastic.
What, blue versus red?
But just the Marseille jerseys.
Yeah, they usually have good jerseys.
Very clean competition.
I like the honoring of Sven-Göran Eriksson, not a dry eye in the house, I don't think.
Very nice, yeah.
You know?
Went out there at halftime, got his little medal. All these chubby old Benfica guys out there.
Yeah, they're squeezing into these jerseys, these tight
Those
jerseys.
jerseys were tight.
For a good cause. Very
Yeah, it was
nice
very
man.
nice.
And
They gave him a little
big part of
trophy.
our history. Big part of our history, Sven-Göran Eriksson.
Oh, yeah. He lost to Milan in the final of the Champions League.
Yep.
And we beat him. We
Which was
beat
good,
him,
though.
We beat him with Portugal when he was coaching England. Great memories.
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah.
So, yeah, but to the game.
And he also, I saw kind of an older interview. He's like, at Benfica, they demand you have to win every year. Second place is nothing at Benfica, which is kind of relevant right now.
The story of this game was we're up 2-0. Great result. Rafa scores. Boom. That's who you want to come through in the game. Right
Nice.
at the good time for the goals, too. Right in the beginning, kind of in the game, first 15 minutes. Being a second half, another clutch player comes through. Di Maria.
Yeah, good build up to that Di Maria goal, too. They were
Yeah.
playing well.
And then a fluke little thing with Aubameyang where, like, Antonio Silva, like, tries to clear it. He's not aggressive
He
enough.
misses it, yeah.
And Aubameyang puts his foot in front of his clearance and just takes the ball with him. And he's one-on-one with the keeper. What can he do?
As soon as I saw Aubameyang going, I'm like, I know how he's going to finish it. Just that little touch around the goalie.
Yep.
knew
And
that was going in.
It was going in. He wasn't going to miss that.
And Benfica played so much better, like the first 60 minutes. But then at the end, they started to play bad. They let that goal in. They should never let that goal in.
No.
Benfica fans after the game were not satisfied. Everyone was so pissed. I'm like, did we win this game or not?
Yeah. But
Not
That's
good
how it
enough.
always feels. Like they don't play well enough, and like then you let that goal in, and like everyone's pissed. But we won. Relax.
yeah, but the 2-0 going into Marseille, where Marseille is much better at home, would have felt a lot better than the 2-1.
It is a lot better, yeah.
You
know,
guys
But you're
are-
still good.
You're going to the Velodrome.
Yeah. You're still good.
All you need to do is tie or win.
That's right. And if you're better than them, you can tie them,
Yeah.
easily.
Tie
And
shouldn't
we
be
are
hard.
better than them.
Guys, look how many injuries Marseille has. There's like 8 injuries.
It's a shit Marseille team. Yeah, we should
Yeah.
be winning.
I don't know who any of those guys are, but they're not playing.
Hey, we're missing Juan Bernat too, okay? So just remember that.
Oh, no.
But I think the story of the game is that when we faded, it was a big time like this same lineup for the third straight game. He ran with the exact same lineup they played both Sporting games, and I don't think both those Sporting games he waited the subs till late, and then they kind of, especially Di Maria, you saw him get gassed. Like he had nothing left. He's got those old bones,
Man's
Chris.
old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's not Chris.
I remember this
Oh,
is Jackie.
sorry.
This is
Sorry,
Jackie,
Jack.
man. Yeah, I remember watching Di Maria when I was a little kid. Yeah, he's still playing now. I can't believe it. I retired 20 years ago. He's still going.
Retired? What do you got, a pension?
You can find out later on the Patreon.
What your job was. That's the big
Okay.
reveal.
Yeah.
All right. So, Di Maria's, he's been playing a lot this year. Tankstad.
Oh, Tankstad was pretty shit.
Yeah, and so he makes
He took
two
him off, though, for Cabral, right?
And he did make 2 subs in the 71st minute, João Mario and Marcus Leonardo, but I think you got to refresh all those guys. Why not put in, some fresher legs on the wings there?
Yeah, but Di Maria can make something special happen. You leave him out there because anything can happen.
That's true. It's true, but then you saw what happened in the game that we watched, right?
Yeah,
Everyone was tired.
You look tired. Yeah, he gives the ball away. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, you guys were talking about this last week, right? Whenever you guys are up, Di Maria gets the ball, he tries something silly, right? This game's got a lot. There's a lot riding on it.
Oh, he was doing some silliness. He was doing some silliness in this one.
I guess he doesn't trust his wingers. Doesn't want to put Gavay out there.
Oh, pass it back then.
Well, that takes us to our second game. Okay, so we got this 2-1 result.
Hey, wait, before we go there.
Yep.
Where the cards fall for the Europa League right now. Benfica playing Marseille. I think you guys are looking good. You'll most likely beat them in France. You go through. At this point in time, probably playing Atalanta. Who knows if Liverpool can grab something out of their ass?
Yeah, they've done shit like
Grab
this
ass.
before.
Other side of the table, Roma's beating Milan 1-0, which crazy.
Yep.
I think Milan will crush him probably
Yeah.
second leg.
And then you have a monster
And then you have Leverkusen lurking in the wings ahead of West Ham.
on the other side of the draw. So if you're going to get them, you're going to get them in the final. Now, I know what you're thinking, because I was thinking this too once I saw Atalanta beat Liverpool. There is a path. But the path fucked me last year. I will not look at paths. I only look at games now.
But if
Well,
the
you're
path,
an empath.
if the path leads to Leverkusen, that's like, I don't think that's good either.
In one game, anything can happen. You're in a final, you're in a final. And just making a final for Benfica for 60 years has been great. So, you know,
It would be a great achievement to make the final.
it kind of...
And
it-
that's what Benfica loves, making finals and losing. So
yeah, exactly.
It's what they're built on.
This is the history of the Benfica,
The
if you will.
history.
And losing against German teams, they do a lot. So I wouldn't bet.
So
on
let's not look ahead at the path,
Okay, no more path.
but just because, and I want to bring this up again. Inter, we had them. It was a weak Inter team. Enzo fucked us. We would have won the Champions League last year. I can't believe it. Like, it's just so. Anyways, not here. Forget the path. It's like, it's like when you go to Union Station in the winter and you're trying to get up through the path.
The path makes no sense in Union Station.
And you're fucking lost and you're like, where am I going? And then you just come outside and you're like, let me just walk in the middle of the snowstorm. I don't give a fuck anymore.
I hate people who brag they know the path so well. I can get all across the whole city underground. Like, shut up. It's confusing down there. There's trolls down there.
Series of tunnels.
Who knows what's lurking in the path?
But the bunch of trolls, they all work for TD. Get out of here.
TD Bank. Okay, in the weekend, Benfica, Moreirense. 3-0 win. Very nice.
Tough team. And the story of this game, he rotated the squad finally. He
Yes.
said, you know what? Let me flip it. Flip it, dip it, and reverse it. And we had Carreras starting. We had Morato and Arujo starting. We had João Mario starting, which was fine. As long as he's in the middle, do not put him on the wings anymore. And we had two nice wingers, Gouveia and Neres, Kokshu behind the striker in the Rafa position, and Artur Cabral starting.
And then João Neves can run for days and days and days, and he can play as many games as he
Yeah,
needs.
he's got young legs.
He's a fucking battery.
It's all good.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks like a good, healthy swap. I like to see this in a team.
This is a great rotation. He usually doesn't do this. He needed to do it. He played so many big consecutive games with that main squad that he loves. So this was due. And plus, he wants all those guys rested for Marseille on Thursday.
He's putting all his eggs in this basket, even though he still wants to win these games, obviously. Stay a little close. Because who knows, like we said, what could
Of
happen
course,
to
keep
sport
winning.
team. Keep
And
winning.
this team did well, I think.
And Moreirense is not a pushover side. They're doing pretty well this year.
No,
Oh, they're tough guys.
Yeah.
And you guys got him a nice early goal with Mr. Kokchu.
they even rotated the goalie, Samuel.
Yeah.
They passed it to him a few times, and the Moreirense was closing down on him, and it got close, and they're like, stop doing that. I hate it when they pass to the goalie, and then you're like, don't do that again. And then they pass the goalie again, and Moreirense is on it. They're like, we want to fucking make this guy nervous.
Yeah, do it again. Do it again.
But he got out of it. It's all right. They didn't pass to him anymore after the couple of times that happened.
Yeah, and then, we got the Kokshu goal, blasted that in, and then Arujo looked like he kind of rolled his ankle, ended up scoring a goal off a corner. It was kind of set there, and then Rollheiser gets the third one. We wanted to see this
my
guy do well.
God.
So even he rotated the subs. He didn't put on Di Maria in this game. He put on Rollheiser, and Nino Torres recorded his goal of this and put it up there, and we all loved it.
Can we hear it? I didn't hear it.
Let's hear it.
Play it.
Yeah, let's smell it.
Let's smell it. Rollheiser.
Kokshu had a good goal. He celebrated. He didn't do anything to the fans. He knew he was wrong. I think I've moved on. I'm sure
He didn't
everyone else
celebrate
has
much.
moved.
He just kind of walked away.
No.
That is a cool celebration, though.
Is it for nobody? Frente, Soyanes Borja doesn't listen to anyone. Yeah, I know. Because the chance. Benjamin Rolaiser for Benfica. What did I tell you, baby? What did I tell you? This is a golden boy. This is why you got to give minutes to Benji Rolaiser. And the first one is always the sweetest one. Benjamin Rolaiser and his first signature in Portugal. Welcome to the Primera Liga. Welcome to Benfica. Welcome to this broadcast, Mr. Benjamin Rolaiser.
Welcome to this broadcast. I like that.
He's gonna go there next week. Jimmy Rolaiser.
Yeah,
Maybe me?
it's gonna be a co-host.
Yeah.
I like the lead in there. It was just like a typical what his broadcast is like. Yeah, I don't know about that.
He read like a tweet.
Yeah, he's reading tweets usually.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think like after 70th minute on like
he's
on
a-
just like a blowout, he's just reading tweets.
Yeah, seeing what the fans gotta say. He's interacting. That's cool.
That's true. Yeah.
He read like our tweets too, like on air. That's cool.
He's always reading Cynthia's tweets.
Nice.
Yeah.
Part of the broadcast. Get people in. Get people watching.
But Benjamin Rolaiser, he looked great.
Yeah.
I hope they use him more for the rest of the season. He's a good player, but I think his real season will be next season, where they're gonna use him a lot.
Big time.
I mean, yeah, we're already past the point. Then you guys signed him in January, too, right?
Yeah, I think he was a summer signing in January, just getting him acclimated. He can hang out with Di Maria.
Yep. I want to bring up a tweet by one of the Benfica faithful on Benfica Twitter, Sergio and Associates.
Yes.
I don't know how many people were involved in this tweet, but he said Kokshu is a viable option for replacing Rafa
I think so, yeah.
behind the striker.
Oh, yeah.
And I agree if you keep speed on the wings, because Kokshu is not as fast as Rafa.
He's not the speedy, yeah. He's
but
not
he
supersonic.
can send the ball passing wise. He's an excellent passer, much better passer than Rafa. He can find these guys on the wing. So I think if you keep speed on the wings with a Thiago Gouveia, with a Benjamin Rolaiser,
Rolaiser.
what's the other gentleman? The other Argentinian guy we got?
Prestiani.
Prestiani. Who knows what this guy is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
I think it's the same position but different style of player.
Yeah.
So you just gotta
He's a
play differently,
distributor.
like you said.
Yeah, and Rafa has not signed that new contract. I think he's gonna go get a bag, so it's gonna have to happen.
Hey, who's getting a bag?
Rafa.
Jack. Okay, Jack and Man wants to know.
Hey, maybe he'll go to Olympiacos. Who knows?
Yeah, whoever's got the money.
And we got to see Alvaro again, and I think this time I like what I see.
Yeah.
Mr. Long Strides over here.
That's what you call him, Mr. Long Strides.
Strides.
He runs kind of funny. Everyone take that in.
Long hair, long strides.
All right.
Gouveia with 2 assists. Good for him.
Oh yeah, a good game, man of the match
The
performance.
boy. The
But
boy.
I say we use Alvaro instead of Auschwitz on left back for Marseille even.
Even for Marseille.
Because he looks going forward, he looks dangerous. I think he's our Grimaldo replacement.
Okay.
Hopefully, gotta see more of him still.
Yeah, he's not as crisp, but Arsenal doesn't have the speed, but we'll see. I like
We'll see if they
Arsenal's
even
man of the match.
if they pay the loan.
I'm sorry, man of the season.
The first
Bye.
Benfica Marseille game was where? At the Luge?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to France.
Have we got any nice words about this Moreirense team? How did Ponk do? Mr. Ponk.
Bonk.
Yeah, he was around. Kewin.
Oh, goalie didn't play well.
No, Kewin.
Except for that one save on Artur Cabral. The thing about Artur Cabral is this guy just shoots down the middle. He can't.
I like
this guy
it.
can't pick a corner.
Oh yeah, he just shoots in the middle of the net.
Yeah.
He hit the crossbar. I like how he will just shoot
Well-
from outside the box sometimes with a powerful shot.
You gotta like that. It opens up chances,
Yeah.
especially if you got nothing going, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
He's like,
good.
no one's even feeding me in the box. I just gotta rip it.
Yeah, rip it.
Grip it, rip it. Braga beat Estoril 1-0. A nice header from Mr. Little Jallo. Single goal that game.
This guy's been gone for a couple weeks. Hasn't been playing.
Yeah.
And he
back.
says, "Jello, here I am."
Exactly.
There's Jackie,
We've been
man.
seeing a lot of Roger lately.
Yeah.
No, Roger in this game. Jallo this game.
Yeah, because Jello, he's like, oh, I'm going to go to Spain next year. And then now he just got all quiet for a couple weeks. I don't know, maybe he was injured.
Yeah.
Finding his inner Spaniard in him. Bruma cooking up something. To,
Where's he? Where
Christian
in
Borja.
Spain is he going?
Athletic Bilbao.
What a goal!
Yeah, very nice header there, though. And won the game for them.
Beautiful goal, and the most important thing about this game, is that with these points,
My God.
I know where you're going with this. Porto.
Yep.
Tied.
They are
They dropped.
tied. They are right now currently tied.
Guimarães is still in the mix too.
And Guimarães is right there too, but
A
they drop
couple
points to
points back.
Ferenc. That's big points for Ferenc.
Yeah, you got to get that.
Huge points for Ferenc.
Gotta
Yeah,
get that.
tie game there.
You say
Nice.
gotta get that.
You got to get that.
Gotta get
Bang,
that.
bang, gotta get that. Bang, bang, bang.
The hold that Black Eyed Peas had during the time I was in university, my goodness, their party songs.
All
were,
those songs are in here somewhere in
Oh,
my head.
every lyric, and they're so dumb. One dumber than the other. Yeah, the You Got a Feeling one. Hey, I'll stand by that. At a wedding, You Got a Feeling comes on. That's still good.
Yeah.
Laheim.
What
Tonight's
about
gotta
my
be-
milkshake brings all the boys
That's
to
not-
the
I know
The
you're
Black Eyed
the worst
Peas.
one.
Yeah.
The horniest one. My lumps. My
Oh
humps.
yes, I
you-
loved. I would wait all day for that music video to come on and watch music.
Oh, you sick pervert.
What? I was like 11.
I remember, I remember I was in math class and this beautiful girl behind me, she's like, "Did you hear this new song?" And I'm like, "What is this Milky Cocoa Puffs? What are you talking about?
What does all this mean?
What are you talking about?"
I just started growing hair on my armpit.
I just learned about the sex stuff, and now they're talking about this stuff. I don't even know what is
Milky
this.
Cocoa Puffs. Have you heard the Alanis Morissette version of it?
I've heard. Yeah, she slowed it down.
Oh, that's nice.
It's sweet.
Now is Jack? Jack, you're in the music biz a little bit. You know a little bit about music.
Yeah, I've been around that. I do a little bit of everything.
Okay, so do you like those kind of like slowed down? Like I'm gonna be an indie rock guy. I'm gonna slow down like a pop song. Like Ryan Adams famously did all of Taylor Swift's one album.
No, he's canceled.
But Ryan Adams kind of a
I like.
Dickhead.
I did actually listen to the album. There's a track or two on there I liked actually.
I feel
it
like
was
it's
pretty good.
I feel like it's just such an easy thing to do. Once the first person did it, it's like okay,
No, I would disagree. Harder than you think. Harder than you think.
really?
Yeah. Harder
Okay.
than-
Well,
it-
that's like
The lyrics already given to you. You just got to come up with
Yeah,
a tune
but
and
to-
slow it down with the
but-
guitar.
yeah, but you try it. Go and try to do it.
Well, I can't play the guitar, Chris.
Exactly.
Well, it's like Nine Inch
Jack it,
Nails
man.
and
I mean, Jack.
Johnny Cash with what is it, Hurt?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The guy from Nine Inch Nails is like, that guy perfected the song. He did better than I ever could.
Nine Inch Nails wrote the song.
I know.
Yeah.
Is that he?
Johnny Cash made it better.
Oh,
Well, really, Trent Reznor wrote it, I think.
Trent. Yeah.
Trent. Back to the soccer. Aruca beats Boavista 2-1. Cristo Gonzalez misses 2 penalties in this game.
Oh,
Doink.
he doinked it.
Well, at least he doinked.
And then he doinked again.
He was doing a double doink.
I like the bravery of like, I'm still going to pick this corner.
Yeah.
I'm just a little off today,
I'm
guys.
gonna go for it.
He's
Don't
like
you worry.
Trying to mimic Cabral a bit, missing 2.
No, I thought it was Di Maria and Cabral.
Well, Cabral missed 2, but one doesn't count because it was retaken.
Oh, yeah. True. But yeah, let's have a gander at the table. Sporting still up 74 points in front of Benfica with 70. Got that game in hand. We see if that jumps to 77. Porto sitting in third with 59 points, 11 off of Benfica. That's so far away. Braga in fourth behind them, tied on points. Guimarães with 57. Moreirense 43, tied with Aruca. Aruca has climbed up the charts
Oh yeah.
and our hearts.
Imagine if they started well, they'd be up there with Braga and Guimarães.
Of course. Those like first 2 or 3 weeks were terrible for them.
I really want my 4th place Porto finish to come true. I don't know if it will. It would have been a solid prediction by me. I will say, though, about Porto not being good this year. Saw it from a mile away, patting myself real hard on the back. But do you think, like, Patrick, I'm going to ask you, as someone who knows our arch enemy more than anyone,
Sure.
do you think it's just like 1 year of buying players and they'll just like switch it out? I mean, they're going to lose Diogo Costa, right? But then they'll probably get Jota Silva. I feel like Jota Silva will look good in blue. Either them or Sporting is going to get him. I don't feel like we're going to get him.
Oh, why not? Why not Benfica?
Why not Benfica? I think we're solid on, like, we have so many wingers.
I don't know. I feel like I like when a team can kind of deconstruct, give younger players a chance, and get rid of the older guys. Because it's like you get to a point where you buy all these expensive players. Like, we have to play this guy. We paid so much money for him. His wages are up, blah, blah, blah. We're on a smaller team. Like, he's got to be the guy.
Yeah.
And then it's like you ditch that guy, kind of recenter yourself and your team, and you find out who's important and what you want the squad to be. And I think that's what Porto needs to do. We're just all over the place right now. It's a fucking disaster.
I thought last summer they bought well. They bought some great players.
That's what
and
it
didn't
seemed like.
work out.
Yeah.
I think since Benfica's won the, I guess since they won the 4 in a row, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every team, Benfica, Porto, and Sporting, they're maybe the third place team isn't competing, but like within a year they can compete. They don't like. There hasn't been like a true falling off for all three of the teams, right? Like
No.
Once Ruben Amorim was in place, it's been pretty competitive. All three teams.
Well,
And-
last 3 years was the three of them.
yeah, and I don't think that Porto is too far away. Like they
No one's
fixed the
ever that
midfield.
far.
They fixed the midfield before the beginning of the season. I thought their midfield was actually totally fucked until they brought in those new guys. They were working for a little bit.
Varela, yeah.
And then if they just get a couple pieces, and then I think maybe move away from Pep, but they like the other guy, Otavio.
Yeah.
You have João Mario coming back, and then on the other side maybe get somebody. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
and
They
obviously
bounce
replace
right.
the goalie.
They could bounce right back. Yeah,
I think
it
it's
depends on the what coach they get and
Yeah.
whatever.
I think
Yeah.
the issue is more so depth because realistically, it's like Chico and Galeno are both fantastic. Striker, we could find someone a little more solid. Midfield, Pepe, Varela, Nico. I think we work with that. I like
Yeah.
that. I think it's working.
New center backs.
The whole back line,
Yeah.
more or less could be reshaped.
Well, you got the Otavio you like, right? And João Mario is good too.
Yeah, Otavio is for the future. He's still a bit young, still new, getting to know the Porto way, but he'll get there. João Mario is good, very injury prone. Again, that's the problem, the depth. Once he's gone, there's no one there. We need a second center back 100%. That's the disaster zone. And left back, Wendell's okay, but I'd rather have one guy that's solid, and then if Wendell's the backup, Wendell's the backup.
And you're assuming that Diogo Costa's not going to stay another year.
Probably.
I don't think so.
No, not
Diogo
at this
Costa
point.
came out and spoke well actually after the tie. He said, we're not
I heard.
representing Porto well. We expect a lot more from ourselves and to represent Porto. You know, all the things you want your captain to
Yeah.
say, right? So,
Follow the script.
well, not follow the script. You know, you're the front-facing guy, right?
Yeah,
You're the
yeah.
one who's got to take some heat. People are expecting you to talk. You got to talk.
Oh, maybe they got a script. George Costanza wrote it for them.
Oh, you mean the Porto George Costanza? Like,
Yeah.
No, then that
Oh,
would
yeah, because
just be a tirade.
that's right. That's right. You can't let those
Right,
guys
no,
speak.
if he wrote that,
Come
yeah.
on.
gets up there.
They
Ovaltine.
wrote the little email, the caption
yeah.
for them.
All right.
I just want to say the reason I brought up that Porto thing is because we got to enjoy it while it's happening. You know, they could be back at any moment. They're down. We got to step on them and be kind of like, thank
but
God.
it pisses me
fuck-
off. Like, if Porto's struggling this much, we should be winning leagues.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones who would always stop in us. And now it's fucking Sporting doing something.
Hey, props
But
to Sporting.
Sporting's going to lose Amorim and Gyökeres and go back to where they belong.
Oh, so mean. But yes, you can see that from a mile away.
Oh, no! Another thing that I heard was Kawach is like a couple games away from like a forced re-signing, so they're using him very sparingly because I don't think they want to force a renewal.
What do you mean, force resign?
It's one of those things where it's like if he starts so many games or plays so many minutes, he gets an automatic contract renewal at like a whatever rate.
Oh, just like my Fubo account.
Exactly. So then after,
What kind of Fubo deal do you
I
have?
give them my credit card once. They just keeps adding. They don't ask me ever.
Oh, you can turn that off.
I
think.
watch 50 games. Boom, I'm paying another year.
Jack's got a problem.
It doesn't go by game.
No one has a football account like that. That Jack, what kind of
How did
account
you
is
get that deal?
I don't know.
If I watch 2 games, I got to sign for next year.
They got me on this fucking contract.
I know where Quatch is coming from.
I have to stop watching every game in the 75th minute, or else they're gonna re-up.
Yeah, you're gonna sign me up again.
All right, over to England. Bruno bags 2 as Bournemouth stumped the Devils in a 2-2 draw. Captain puts them on his back to save a single point.
He had a cool goal.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yes. Smashed it into the box, and then second one was a penalty, I believe. But they lost to Bournemouth in Bournemouth.
Yeah, then he goes off on Maguire at the end of the game. Not a good look. I tweeted that the English punts are gonna have a field day with that. They're gonna really go in on him. They already don't like Bruno, but I have to say, with thinking about it, if I'm gonna give Pep Guardiola shit for chewing out Grealish on the pitch at full time, I gotta do the same to Bruno. It's like, these are conversation you can have in the dressing room.
Yeah.
You know,
but you're allowed to yell at Maguire though. These are the dunce of the team.
Yeah, he's a big dum-dum.
He's a stupid
that's
idiot.
kind of, at that point, it's kind of bullying, though, right? Like, you're going to pick on Maguire. Like, everyone's already picking on him.
He gets paid enough. He can cry.
Who knows? Maybe they're yelling about what they're gonna have for dinner or something. Oh, sure.
Not the bangers and mash again.
Liverpool crashed terribly against Palace in a 1-0 loss. Was this the Gerrard slip of the season?
Yeah, that's what everyone was saying.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Because I looked at the table after and I was like, oh, City's back in first. This is done.
Yeah, City could slip.
I don't know if they
No,
slip.
this is what City's made for. They're gonna win out now. They love this. Now that they have the lead.
They were slip-proof shoes, man. Like nurses. But yeah, single goal there. Where was Jota?
Where was
Tell me about it, Jack.
Jack was too busy. Jack had a lot of things going on this weekend.
Yeah.
Jack talks in the third
to the
person.
drywall.
Jack didn't even watch extended highlights on this one.
Oh.
Why would you, right?
Yeah, fair. Wolves take on former boss Nuno and his Forest boys. 2-2 draw. Cunha scores twice. Jose Sa manages to get a lot of saves. Great saves out of this game. He also managed an assist on one of the goals.
He was very aggressive.
I
Yes.
think he wants to play for Portugal. He's stepping up.
Good. We need him to.
Is that spot open? Is Diogo Costa the guy?
No.
He smells blood in the water. He sees Diogo Costa not doing so well. Also, I mean, like, Rui Patricio.
No, come
Still,
on.
he'll be there.
He played the first game.
He can't be our second choice. Saw's got to be second choice, no?
It might be up in the air.
Yeah.
I wish there was like a third different guy that we haven't even seen before.
Rui Silva's not terrible.
Samuel.
Samuel Suarez. But yeah, Cunha with some fucking great goals there, man. He's good. He's a special kid. I like Cunha.
Looks good.
Arsenal and Aston Villa face off, and the Gunners lose 2-0 to the Birmingham boys, leaving City to scoop up top spot in the Prem.
And the bottle job has begun.
Groundhog Day again.
Oh, no.
I mean, what is it? 2 points behind?
2 points, yeah.
So you can easily take it back. But like I said, I think City is just going to be like, well, all we need to do is win every game.
Well,
and they will.
let's see. They might get tired out playing Champions League
Yeah.
this week.
Could be. Both of them are playing. I mean, that works
Yeah.
best for Liverpool. I don't know. They got to play at
And
Atalanta.
Liverpool's there too. They can take over both of them. It's still interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely not done. Today, I think Chelsea played. There's a big fight over who's going to take a penalty against Everton. They were up 4-0, and Nick Jackson and Cole Palmer are fighting each other for the ball. Someone else was in there. It was embarrassing, man.
These are children.
These are children.
Who has least goals on the season? Give it to them.
Yeah.
But maybe some guy's on a hat trick, you know. It's
Cole
like
Palmer already scored a hat trick.
Oh, then let the other guy have it. Give it to Jackson.
everyone wants their little story to continue. They're all in it for themselves, and that's why a team full of mercenaries is in. What place? What place are these
Eighth.
jabronis in?
Ninth.
8th place, 9th place. Well, good for them.
Yeah,
I hope-
Palmer scored a hat trick in the first half hour and then took a penalty in the 64th. What a greedy bastard.
I think Andre Gomes came on in this game.
Great.
I don't know what he did though.
No, Beto started.
Yeah, Andre Gomes came on at halftime. Stop the bleeding.
How's Chermiti? Dead and gone? Never gonna hear from him again?
Oh, Chermiti.
Oh, he's great. He's a Zorian.
Chermiti the frog.
Everton is a good place for Portuguese players to,
Sabroso.
to go to.
Go and die.
Yeah.
AC Milan fumble against Sassuolo in a 3-3 draw that had them playing catch-up after the green and black scored 2 early goals. Leão scores the first goal for the Rossoneri, as well as a spectacular cross that would lead to the second goal. He is looking good. The goal wasn't that amazing. He had some nice dribbling in the box. People were like, this goal is the best goal of the year. I was like,
Well, he had
it's
two
fine.
men.
It's fine.
He had 2 men on him, and he had to get around them, and then he still had to send that ball in, and he got it through the goalie, so that was pretty cool. He just can do special things, and he's a special guy. But this team doesn't play no defense, or what? What's the deal here? Why are they tying Sassuolo 3-3?
They had 2 goals called offside because like a guy's arm was offside, and I don't know what the fuck the rule is anymore.
His shoulder, but it was very close.
It was.
And very stupid of them to call it off.
That was some bullshit.
An arm.
Shoulder. You can use your shoulder
arm.
in the game, I guess.
Elbow. But yeah, it was kind of cool to see the AC Milan supporters behind the net. They just took up like a whole fucking wall. João Felix bangs in a bicycle kick as Barca beat Cadiz nuts 1-0.
Nice. Oh, we used to say Cadiz nuts all the time for this team.
We used to talk about Spain a lot
Just
more.
switch it over, yeah.
Does he get the start for PSG midweek? Are we going to see Felix versus Ramos in the Champions League?
I would have liked. I know we didn't in that first matchup. No Ramos, but we did have Vitinha and no Ramos, no Felix, right?
Yeah.
But
They're
we did
saving
have-
them for the second leg.
Hopefully.
I take it Danilo was there. Was he doing captain duties?
I think Danilo was on the pitch. Yeah.
I do not recall. Felix, I don't know. He does this all the time. He scores a nice goal and then fucking disappears for.
It was impressive. Bicycle kick.
It was a great goal. I'm not taking anything away from the goal. I'm just saying the continuing momentum. Will that be there?
Yeah, his whole thing is consistency, and that's why sometimes he gets left on the bench, I guess. But I feel like every time he comes on, he looks dangerous. Looks like he can make a difference. He's just not clinical, really.
Do we need to wait for?
We were talking about this earlier. It was like, do you know what player he kind of reminds me of? He's like a Raheem Sterling, where he dances around. He's always very impressive, very fun to watch, but he doesn't have that final finishing touch all the time.
Yeah, I get you.
But you'd rather have him on your team than not.
Yeah. Do we got to wait for the sequel? Is Hugo gonna be the real deal, Felix?
I don't think Hugo's going to be better than this guy.
He's shit.
I mean, he could be good. Yeah. The weird thing is he's smaller than
Yeah.
João Felix.
Smaller than João.
Who's this kid? Hugo who?
That's his
Hugo
brother.
Felix.
Oh.
Little brother.
He hasn't gotten a debut for Benfica yet. But Diogo Spencer got a debut for Benfica.
Yeah, we could-
I don't
we
know
should
where he
sh-
got this last name from.
We should shout out Diogo Spencer debut. Hey, I feel like Schmidt reads the tweets.
People have been calling for Spencer?
No, they've been calling for squad rotation. He's just like always a couple weeks late on what the fans want.
No,
He's like earlier
he's reading old
subs.
tweets.
Yeah, I think he goes back and he reads old tweets.
No,
of
they
mine.
fucked up the timeline
He's got
now.
to print them all.
There's no timeline anymore. It's
It's
what's
printed
most
out.
popular. That's the problem.
Yes.
So he just gets the tweets late.
Right.
That's like 6 days after April Fool's Day. You start seeing all these crazy things. You're like, whoa, when did that happen? Then you look, posted April 1st.
Oh, that must be
this
frustrating.
In Germany, Xabi Alonso's Leverkusen, still undefeated, clinched the first Bundesliga title in the club's history. Fans invade the pitch after the final whistle to celebrate. Harry Kane left trophyless once again.
And he's out of the Tasa.
Nah, he can probably win something, but he's not winning the league.
Not winning the league, eh?
11 years straight, Harry Kane shows up.
They're in the Champions League. I don't expect them to win the Champions League, but they're still in that.
Yeah.
But it's just great how the league. The league is the guaranteed thing, right? For Bayern Munich.
Damn, it was like getting an alley-oop and fucking it up.
Grimaldo making great work out there.
Big part of that team. Spanish manager. He went for the project. I was shocked when he was like, I'm finally moving on to Bayer Leverkusen. I was like, okay. Guess.
I mean, it's a good starting club.
Yeah, it's great.
It's definitely worse.
Good accomplishment. And this Xabi Alonso guy, he's gonna be the next big manager. I think he's gonna be the next big Pep, guy we're gonna be talking about for years and years and years.
They asked him if he wanted to come to Liverpool. He said he's not ready. That's what he said. And okay, here's another thing. Did you guys know this? Sporting manager
Ruben Amorim.
Amorim. His counterpart. He's the guy that does like the fitness training.
Strength and conditioning, man.
Yes, he's from Liverpool.
Oh.
Did you know this?
Cool.
No,
And
Did
they
not.
they have the least amount of injuries in the Premier League. Premier League.
dang.
And I was
Keeps
like,
them fit.
okay. So I'm like, they got little Liverpool connections. Klopp is leaving.
Keeps him proper
Imagine.
fit.
Those are the rumors. He's going to
Those
go to
are rumored.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
The little clothespins with strings on them are kind of connected.
Yep. I'm connecting them in my brain.
Pepe Silvia.
Yeah.
Funky stuff. Saudi, I did not check in on Saudi League. George Jesus just keeps winning, I assume.
Yeah, I think he passed the record with his boy Ruben Neves. They're doing it together.
He won the Super Cup.
Yeah, they won the Super Cup.
And a guy got whipped.
Oh, the whip guy.
That was incredible.
What?
Let me see if I can find it.
Doom, 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 doom.
Yeah.
Doom, doom, doom. Whip it good.
Devo's huge over there.
It's so insane. You brought a whip to the stadium?
What the?
To whip who? A player?
These guys are all billionaires. Who's going to check him?
They walk right in.
I guess they walk around with a whip all the time.
You splash me with water?
Fuck, that's so
He
crazy.
didn't even move.
Oh, man.
Well, how do you defend against a whip?
Hey, you have to just run, I think.
I
You
believe
whip it rips around your arm, you yank him towards you and you punch him.
Indiana Jones used a gun, I believe,
Yes.
famously.
No, that was swords.
No, yeah, it's the sword guy was fighting him.
Oh, right, and he had the whip.
He's the whip guy.
He had the whip.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jones is whip guy, yeah.
He's the diva.
Sorry, the guy with the sword was dressed like this guy. That's what I thought.
That's right.
TFC lose again, this time to Charlotte FC. 3-2 game. Prince Owusu is brought on in the second half and scores 2 goals to save the Reds some dignity.
Damn, without
Insigne.
I was gonna say Giovinco
Yeah,
2.0.
yeah,
I think Insigne played, didn't he?
Who even knows anymore?
They're not doing good. They started good, now they're not doing so good.
Dude, this coach is a sham. This is not.
Oh.
This guy's gonna be done before the half of the way of the season.
He's going to get fired, you think?
You think he's just vibes, no plan?
For sure, he's all vibes, no plan. If he doesn't get fired, it's because they're just simping for Canada soccer. Like that's all it is. I think he's.
He's the Gary V of coaches.
He's the Gary V.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
He's a little guy who says just hustle. You gotta grind. You
Yeah,
gotta wake
yeah.
up and
Yeah.
grind
Just
every
yells
day.
at people.
That's
yeah.
what he does.
Inspirational speeches
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think this guy. All of his coaching days are out the door.
Mhm.
He maxed out with Canada.
I don't know. We had a great first couple weeks. That great Insigne celebration. I thought it was all going to be good stuff.
The vibes died, man.
That's the thing about vibes. They don't last. You know, plans last.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Just having one earbud in, that's wild. Like, you know,
That's for kids. Kids do that.
What's he listening to?
something.
This podcast, maybe.
I can't take people that have just one headphone in all day long. It drives me crazy.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? Put
Oh.
that shit away.
Exactly. York United, they played away in Ottawa, first game of the season. It was a nasty rainy day.
I watched that game. It was actually fun to watch.
It was good. It
I was
a 2-1
watching.
game. York missed some fucking sitters, man.
Ricci missed a great
Ricci-
open net.
Oh, huge open net. Should have scored that. Noah missed a header. That's a little bit of a tough one, but he probably should have finished it. There's another chance that went missing. Brian Wright with a huge shot on net that Nate Ingham.
That guy
off.
can't score. He can't buy a goal.
Brian. We love him, but what are you going to do? He needs to start scoring. But yeah, Aparicio, I think, was the story of the day. First goal was his header, and then the second goal he set up the assist, and that was a phenomenal assist.
Yeah. He's a great player.
But yeah, that's Ottawa. Other news? Anything else?
You asking us?
No.
No, just hanging out down at the cafes, having my little espresso, my little wines.
Where do you go? Cavalinos?
Cavallino, that's the go-to, yeah. I try to stay on the pool table all day.
You run the table.
I run the table all day. Yeah.
Nice.
And I play for espresso. Yeah, if I win, they have to buy me espresso. That's what keeps me up.
And then
So you're playing all day and drinking, crushing espressos.
Yeah, I go through about 27.
Shit. You're good, though, at pool.
Yeah. I'm wired.
And a drinking espresso.
Yeah. My eyes never close.
Damn.
stunk,
Your eyes look like the cue ball.
Yes. Yep.
stunk of the week.
Foden?
Phil Foden.
Yeah,
we didn't
so-
even talk about how spectacular that goal was.
Wait, I heard Rafael Guerrero scored a nice goal. Was it a stonk?
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either.
Well, let's vibe it.
Just forgot about it. Keeping it on the ground. Guerrero.
Stonk, guys. Do we have a stonk? Curler? It's kind of a curler.
More of a curler.
Kind of a curler, but we will give it up to Guerrero and say, "Hey, nice goal." I don't think
Nice
I
goal.
don't know if you're gonna play, but you might get a call.
Yeah, kudos. Yeah.
Nice goal. Nice goal.
Beautiful.
We haven't heard about him. He's another guy that actually, we're talking about Kane doing the switch up. I'm glad he lost too. Coward move. You lost to Bayern on the last day last year because you didn't have the cojones, and then you moved to the winning team. I hope the pay raise was worth it. You lose.
So no stunk of the week for him.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, Philly Foden.
Yep.
Cool. João Wonder. Last week we gave it to Chiquinho on Famalicão.
Well deserved.
Well deserved. Who we got this week? Got Bernardo, Bruno with some good performance. Jose Sa had a great game. Trincao
Scored twice, right?
couple goals there.
Gouveia, two assists.
Trincao deserves a shout out for how well he's been playing on Sporting.
Yes.
He's really taken that place from Marcus Edwards. We thought, hey, last year was all about Marcus Edwards. This year it's all about Trincao. Good for him. You know, when he made that move to Barca, we said too early. Messi doesn't like you.
Yep.
Now he's really coming into his own. Maybe I'll give it to Trincao. Yeah, fuck it.
Trincao?
Sure.
I think so.
My initial reaction was Bernardo, but
Bernardo played well, though. Yeah.
he played well, high level competition, clinched first.
Yeah. They stuffed Luton Town on the weekend 5-1.
But he didn't play that game, really. I
No.
mean, he was a sub. They rested him.
I can give it a Trincao.
Trinky.
Yep.
All right. Congrats, Trinky. Thanks once again for listening to the show. Hit us up on socials at Portugal_Corner on X, at Portugal Corner on Insta. Join us on Patreon. Listen to the after show. Listen to us on Palma or YouTube. Email us at portugalcorner@gmail.com. Subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Take a minute to leave a rating and review. Check out the oldies if you'd like. Tell your friends. Tell your Vavol.
I feel like you go on ×2 when you say that.
Yeah.
I like that. I like
No, that's
it.
good.
A lot of people think they check their phone. They're like, hey,
Did I press ×2 by accident?
Yeah, but no, that's just Evan.
And
Evan
you,
can
Jack,
×2 for you already in the podcast. You don't got to press anything.
Yeah,
Jack, you listen to all yours on ×2, right?
of course.
Yeah.
I
Well, it's like
got to get back to the pool table.
You're a
And when I'm hopped up on espresso like that, that's the speed that I listen to everything. Yeah.
Well, the more you read it, the more like repetition you get. Your brain like learns it, and it just becomes a over and over residual.
Yep.
That's not the word. Anyways, we're gonna go do some Patreon.
You'll
So-
hear more from Jack Itman.
Jack Ickman.
Ickman.
Yeah.
Jack Itman. Jack Itman. All right. Adios.
Broken?